Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater. Juan and Alec further investigated the city of Foe and discovered it to be an illusion hiding another city. After much study, discovered a way to enter the hidden city of Foe Sea, met several local fledgling wizards there. Aristophanes awoke in a strange hotel room with his recent associates, Jacques and Kit, passed out amid a pile of kitsune porn, and decided to pray before feeding his pet dragon. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues. Your dragon loves you. You spent 8 hours doing a Rubik's Cube, and now if you would like to leave the room and ditch these guys or just walk around town or whatever you can.
I want to examine something on my person.
Yeah.
You know that bag I carry around?
The one that tried to bite your arm off?
That one time? Can I examine it?
Do you look at it? Do you look inside it?
Well, how big is it?
As a bag, it's the size of a normal bag. It's about like a sack, a brown sack. So probably about like 3 or 4 foot diameter.
Right.
Like on the outside, it looks like a normal bag, but on the inside, it's a 30 foot by 30 foot room.
I can fit lots of humans in it.
As many as you can fit in the 30 foot space. Humanoids, correct? Because we're not going to be racist in this game. Because there's not just humans.
Yeah,
it's not fair to call everyone humans.
Humans are cool. Alright, so I go outside the hotel room.
So you leave those 2 guys in the room, you grab all your stuff, you walk out into the street. It's late at night. I'd say close to midnight even. And it's kind of a dark and stormy night. It's kind of raining outside when you walk outside. One of the few rainy desert nights. There's not a whole lot of those in the desert, so a rare occasion. But you happen to catch a rainy night.
Okay, so it's a rainy night.
It's a very small frontier town. Think like Old West movie, like with small wooden buildings with big fronts. Very bare minimum. Not a whole lot. Like one in, one they have exactly what they need and nothing more.
I don't recognize the town, do I?
You have not been here. But I mean, it looks similar. It looks similar to the other town. You would assume you're still in Kelnar. It's a desert. It's still obviously a desert though it's raining. You would assume it's one of the neighboring towns. You don't think they would have gotten very far with your sleeping body. You don't think you've been asleep that long.
Are there people around?
There are people around, kind of like darting to the bar in the rain or to and from this place or that. You do hear some ruckus at the local bar. I mean, like I said, this seems like a rowdy town.
What's the deal with this bar? What kind of vibe do I get from it?
Roll me a perception check to find out what you see. Yeah. Everything's a roll. It's either you're rolling or I'm running my mouth. 6. Yeah, you walk in to see a bunch of people. It's crowded, but it's raining outside, so it seems like everyone in town came to the bar because it's either drink at the bar or be alone at your house.
What are the people like?
Seems like a lot of frontier-type folk. More like rough and tumble type. Like the last town seemed to be like a lot of people trying to be aristocratic. A lot of people like trying to climb a wealth ladder. Dressing fancy was important in the last town. Whereas in this bar, there's not anyone really dressed that fancy. There are a lot of people like missing teeth or like with eye patches or like that have scars. So these people seem to be the kind of people that have gotten into shit at some point in time. You know, yeah, rough and tumble town.
Alright, that's cool. We can deal with criminals.
Yeah, you're a fucking assassin.
We go up to the bartender and order a beverage.
Yeah. Where's your tattoo?
Put a palm in my hand.
Alright, so you order a drink. I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if this bartender sees the palm of your hand. He doesn't. He gives you your drink.
Cool.
That's 1 gold for a normal drink, unless you want to get something fancy. If you just want like an ale or something. They seem pretty willing to sell anything, even though it's illegal to sell anything but scorch on the desert. They seem to be selling everything here, and they don't give a fuck about the law.
Yeah,
so.
Alright. I dig it. Can I make small talk with said bartender?
Yeah.
I ask him, casually what the general news about town is. There been any important happenings lately, or what's in the newspaper, or whatnot? Just casually,
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
Said, well, sheriff died, porn store burnt down, the milk factory was robbed.
Sounds like the sheriff had his hands full.
He says, he laughs and says, well, it's a rowdy town. He says, we get a lot of wild folk in here, you know. Folks don't feel too welcome in other towns that are patrolled by the law. End up here. Ain't no lawman ever lived more than 1 week in this town.
And there was just the one? Just one guy?
Just the one. That's all they send from Telorix. They send the one lawman to establish order, and that's it. He says if a lawman's lucky, or if a lawman's got a lot of money, he can hire a posse. You know, never much folk getting a posse of do-gooders around here.
Yeah, do I ask the bartender for a map?
You may.
Alright, does he charge me for it? I'll pay gold.
He will. He'll charge you 10 gold for a map. So you now own this map. You have access to this map of Kelnar anytime you like to look at it. That is the island of Kelnar.
What part of the continent am I on?
There's a couple ways you can figure that out. You can roll a survival to know which side you're on, geography, knowledge local, knowledge history. I mean, look on your skills. There's all kinds of ways you can figure out different things. Or you can just diplomacy ask this guy. It's best for you to look at your sheet and figure out the best way to look at this map and glean information from it, using the skills you have. Knowledge is the best thing.
Can we do knowledge geography?
Yeah.
14.
Alright, you're able to discern north, south, east, west. You're able to identify what is desert, what appears to be forest or water. You will know you're near an ocean. You will know that the largest city on this island is Telorix. You came from Telorix and headed east. I think it's pretty easy to identify the largest city on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went east from there and ended up in one of the frontier towns on the other coast. You probably don't know which one you're in right now, and you might not from this map because they're all written in Kelnarin, which is close to Common but not quite, so it's hard to read.
Yeah. Did you do something weird to it? Is it like?
Well, that's what they call Kelnarin. It's a bastardized form of Common. It's not quite Common, but it's not quite not. It's a combination of the language of the people of this island, which were like a jungle people, and the language of the man that overthrew this island who spoke Common. And so, like, teaching them Common, this is like a combination of Common and their language.
Can I ask this guy about any, I'm a mercenary looking for a job. Does he know of any bounties?
Alright. At this point in time, I will roll another perception check. Oh, I rolled a natural 20! Oh my god, at the perfect time! You asked for bounties, and he sees your Assassin's Guild tattoo, your Skyfox Assassin's Guild tattoo, and he passes you a slip of paper.
Nice. Okay. So I casually finish my drink, and then mosey on out of there with the sheet of paper hidden on my person.
Roll me a sleight of hand to sneak that away without anyone noticing.
15.
I'm gonna allow it. You just barely, someone almost noticed you, but didn't. So someone was like, did that guy slip something in his pocket? I'm not sure, but doesn't. I was just underneath you, just barely. I had a 14.
Nice.
You sneak away your note. Okay. You leave the bar.
Yeah. All right. So I go somewhere where I can.
One and done.
Relatively.
Describe this place to me.
Where there's not a lot of people.
All right. Do you just like want to walk around the city until you can find a place where you can look at your tattoo and it's closed?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll say you walk around for a while, go behind a building, like you lean against a building for a while, wait for people to pass, and when the eye slowly closes, you see the eyelid dropping on your tattoo. The eyelid closes. The eyelid is now closed. You don't know how long it will remain closed for.
What's the note say?
All right. You unravel the note. Roll a perception check.
8.
It's written in Kelnarin.
Damn it! Son of a bitch.
You roll me a linguistics to figure it out.
You get a 16.
You're able to make out that it says Shadow Fox.
Shadow Fox. How long do I get to study this? Like, can I continually, will I gain anything if I just keep re-rolling, or?
Maybe if you roll a knowledge history.
Roll a knowledge history for a, damn it, 7.
The name Shadow Fox sounds familiar, but you can't quite place it. Shadow Fox. Where do I know the name Shadow Fox? Whoever it is, the bounty is really high. You see the bounty written underneath the name Shadow Fox, and it's pretty large. Not that you need money, but it's another 100,000 gold.
I mean, can I just put the pieces together?
Yeah. Can you roll me like a wisdom check or something to put the pieces together?
Yeah. I mean,
just give me all I'm asking for is a roll.
I'll out with this guy.
All I'm doing is waiting for a successful roll. I mean, you know me. You can either just use plain wisdom, or you can find a skill that'll work.
I really need to work on these skills. I'll just use my wisdom modifier.
I'm allowing
try
it.
To figure out this note. Or try to connect...
the dots?
Yeah. That'll be an 18.
Yeah, that's good enough. Shadow Fox. A fox that's in the shadows. You think you might have even seen wanted posters for Jacques before with the same information on it. So you would know the guy you're traveling with is worth $100,000 dead or alive.
Man.
Mostly dead. Because you're an assassin. So, I think the implication is probably dead. But...
They'll take him alive.
Yeah. Though someone else will kill him if you return with him, but... Either way, they would... You know, with the Skyfox, they would want no trace. So, if you kill him, they wouldn't want anyone to know it was you. And if you took him alive, they would want you to take him in such a way that no one would know he's missing.
I am experiencing a very profound moral dilemma here.
Well, that's D&D.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I am evil, but I'm not that evil.
Yeah. And you might still sense, and this is a bounty that you can call in at any time. I mean, you might continue traveling with him and use him for a longer period of time, and then later on, you still have him. Like you now are like have secured the bounty. You know where he's at all times. Like I don't know. There's lots of ways to look at that. It's not like
slip it into my back pocket and maybe it'll come in handy later.
Bookmark it later.
He's been more ally than he's been more helpful to have around than not. So.
Yeah, if nothing else, it's been a good distraction for you to get away with murder because if nothing else, he takes the heat.
Alright. Hey Brian.
Yeah?
I wanted to, so I'm starting to get a little stuffy and I'm not really sketched out from this town. Can I wander outside are there city walls? Town walls?
This town does not have any walls, no. But a very, like, ramshackle type of town. Like, doesn't seem very well put together. There's not really any wall, not really law, as far as you can tell. A couple, like, thrown together buildings here and there, but it's not seem to be a very permanent settlement. It doesn't seem like it's been here very long. It seems like a town in between other towns, basically. Like, this is like a stopping point for people from one place to another, and it's dangerous.
Can I walk to the edge of town and see what I see looking out from town?
Yeah, do you walk east or west, or north or south? Or some variation in between?
North.
Alright, you head north out of Vit. Alright, you, north from Vit, you see another small town. You see the ocean on your east, the desert on your west.
Okay. Well, what about the desert itself? Is there anything remarkable about it? Is it a completely empty desert? Are there no like lizards or cacti or desert roses?
I mean, you've been through the desert before. I mean, it's a very vast desert, very large, but there is plant and animal life there, just like any other desert. It's sparse and it's very specialized type of plant and animal life, but you've wandered through the desert at least once to get here.
Can I try and track some, or do a little tracking to see if, I see any tracks?
Yeah, you want to try and get some desert wildlife?
Yeah. Or anything that may have passed through. Wildlife, intelligent humanoids.
Yeah. I mean, there does seem to be a sign of horse traffic, foot traffic to and from the city. Like I said, the city seems to be in between other cities. So it does seem like a lot of people come through here. Not a lot of animal life, but I think you're a good enough survivalist. Did you roll a survival check?
27.
Yeah, I've assumed to be something like that. I mean, you do see signs of desert life. Like, there are animals that live in this desert. You see, like, bug footprints and lizard footprints, and you do see the various desert cacti and flowers and desert dire lions and things like that. You see tracks of stuff. But yeah, you see the signs of life in the area.
You say a dire lion?
Yeah, you see some dire lion tracks in the dunes.
How strong are dire lions? Do I know that? Would I know that?
I mean, you can look at the footprint and tell it's pretty large. I mean, it's larger. I mean, direness means huge, so think of how big a lion is.
Uh-huh.
And then make it one size huger D&D style.
So, it's like a horse?
Maybe slightly larger, but yeah. A horse-sized lion.
Beefy. Yeah, definitely beefy.
A lion bigger than you.
Yeah. Like from going from a tiger to a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Are they valuable animals? Are they sought after for their pelts, or?
I mean, in this kind of world, I think most animals are sought after for the pelts just because to hunt them is dangerous, etc., etc. I mean, in the right market.
Can I isolate a particular track of what I perceive to be a dire lion and ascertain whether or not it can be followed, or it would be good to follow?
Roll me another survival check.
19.
Yeah, you seem to think that you are at the edge of what looks like the dire lion tracks. They seem to have come from south of here, and maybe they hunt. They hunt. This is like the most northern part of their hunting grounds. Roll me a knowledge nature.
21.
Yeah, you know that these are sometimes known as cave lions. They do have sharp teeth like saber-toothed tigers. They're about 15 feet long, about 3,500 pounds.
Wow.
Very large, known for tormenting their prey. They're often very hunted, you know, because they're seen as a danger. From the tracks, you don't see 8 set of tracks, but you know a pride may be up to 8 dire lions large.
Or do they go off in a clear direction?
They seem to head back south.
Into the desert.
Yeah, they seem to have like come here and hunt something and then headed back south.
Alright, I want to follow them.
You follow the tracks south. Roll me a survival check.
14.
Alright, you reach the shore, and the tracks get harder to follow in the sand near the beach. They still seem to head more like southwestern.
Can I roll again?
Yeah.
Damn it. 11.
Alright, you lose the tracks somewhere near the town known as Tota. Yep, and that was the town I think you might have heard of before. You can roll knowledge history to remember a town called Tota, or to remember this thing that you're seeing if you don't remember.
A town called Tota?
Yeah.
That does not ring a bell. 6.
Yeah, you don't remember. It looks sort of familiar, but like, I don't know. Tota, I don't remember that name. Looks
Can
like
I
a
try
small...
to find these tracks again?
You can roll a survival to look at the tracks.
14.
Yeah, you sort of see them near the shore again, but it's hard to pick up. But you're south of this town that was labeled Tota by a sign in the road.
I really want these fucking cave lines. I'm gonna keep trying.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep trying. 16.
Alright, you spent a couple more hours looking for tracks. You think you were able to retrace them. They, like I said, still seem to head more southwesterly.
Alright. So I'm on the hunt. Rolling again. 13.
Alright, you sort of lose the tracks again around what looks like a large fort.
Alright.
Very large
I'm starting
fort
to piece
city.
together where I'm at right now.
Yep, using your knowledge geography and your map, putting those two things together. Yeah, you're probably the city closest to the mountains, or the town close to the mountains that is actually a fort.
Yeah.
It looks like a fort. It's fortified. It's got a wall. Unlike the town you left that did not have a wall, this town has a wall. Looks like it's probably well guarded. There's a flag flying above it.
It's tempting. I still want to track these cave lines. Can I roll again for see if I can?
Yeah, pick up the tracks again.
It's gonna be a 26.
Alright, you're able to pick up the tracks of these cave lions south of the city of Fort Zebu. You're now in the hills. You've reached the hills beneath Fort Zebu.
Alright. I'm gonna keep going. 25.
You find the lair of these dire lion. You find a cave that you think is theirs. You hear what sounds like a pride of dire lion inside the cave. You were outside the cave, but you hear the noises coming from inside that sound like dire lion.
Okay, so I'm in hills, right? What's the landscape like? It's hilly.
It's hilly, it's rocky, it's
it's
uneven, so your foot speed will be reduced. It's tricky terrain. It's not mountainous, but it's definitely uneven. Parts of it are slippery. It's not very high, but it's, there are hills and valleys, ups and downs, highs and lows, kicks and throws.
So I wanna do a little reconnaissance on this Pride of Lions. Can I see them inside the cave from where I'm at?
If you do a perception check,
16.
you don't see the pride, but you definitely see like what looks like one or two of them patrolling the outer rim of this cave. So sort of in your area. I mean, you're a druid. I think you would know well enough to stay exactly the right distance. So you think you're like, if you went any closer, they would smell you or sense you. But you either hear them walking about, or you might catch a glimpse of them from where you're like peeking on the corner of the cave at the right time and being very still. Roll me a stealth check.
14.
These two dire lion notice you.
Shit.
Roll for initiative.
Fuck.
I got a 15 and a 26, natural 20 though, so one of them's going first.
7.
Alright, they're both going before you.
Damn.
So these two lions get the jump on you, dude.
Damn it.
So I'm gonna now roll versus your AC. Let's see what happens. I got a 23 versus your AC and a 29 versus your AC.
This is not going
Jesus
well.
Christ.
AC 17.
So both of those are hits. 8 and 10, so 18. Both of them like bite at you. I rolled a 20 or 38 grapple,
Jesus Christ.
and then a
Uh-oh.
32 grapple. So both of these two lions have pounced upon you, are now both like holding you down and biting you. You now have two dire lions atop you, pinning you to the ground and biting you.
I'm a poof in the smoke.
You poof into smoke. You've now you start using one of your minutes of smoke a day. So you're
Yeah,
ungrappled. You can still move and you can still do a swift.
I am going to move back as far as I can from them.
Well, that's your normal move speed in mist form.
Tell Billy I need him to distract these lions real quick from me.
Billy laughs and says, "How would you like me to distract these lions?" He is reluctant. He's a small dragon, so he's reluctant to fly into battle. He's reluctant to put himself into danger. You still control him. Just know that he's kind of petulant when it comes to like putting himself into harm's way. He's a cat. Treat him like you would, he's a cat. He's not going to do anything he doesn't want to do.
Would I convey to him telepathically that I don't need him to fight these lions. I just need him to distract him. So I can do something real quick. He's got to trust me.
Roll me a sense motive for Billy to see if he'll trust you or not.
6, 7.
Alright, he is not sure whether or not he wants to. He doesn't think you're giving him enough information. So he says, tell me what you want me to do.
Alright.
He says, I can read your mind. I can read your mind. You might as well just tell me what you want me to do.
I want him to distract these
How?
lions long enough.
How?
Fly around these lions' head and swat at their eyes. But if you see yourself getting in trouble, fly away. I don't want to get you killed.
I mean, if he swats at their eyes, it's going to provoke an attack of opportunity, and I think he knows that. And he'll be putting himself in danger. Does he have a magic spell or something he can use, or is there something else he can do to distract them that would be helpful, other than fly in front of their claws? You fed him a couple fairies. If you keep feeding him fairies, one day he'll do whatever you ask. But right now, he's not willing to risk his life. You're getting there. You fed him a couple fairies now. One day he'll fully trust you and risk his life for you. But I don't think today is that day.
It is not today, huh?
He's not going to die today. Billy says, I'm not dying today.
Can he lift stuff up when he flies?
I mean, he's a small-sized dragon, so he can lift stuff up, but it's going to be small things.
Right.
He's the size of a house cat, so think of a dragon that size and the things it would be able to lift in your imagination. You have a strong imagination, I trust you.
That's not a whole lot, is it?
No, yeah. Ball of yarn, maybe? Like a small toy.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I tell Billy, never mind. I'll do it myself.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Billy.
He
Thank
says,
you for your fucking help, Billy.
he says, I would love to help you any way I can without dying. You back away. They seem to lose track of you. As long as you're a mist, they can't seem to track your scent or anything. So you've now backed 30. You back 30 feet away. You're within a safe distance. You see them trying to. They're very confused right now. They're looking around for you. They may have alerted more dire lions. You don't know unless you roll a survival or knowledge nature to know if that's what they did, or some kind of direct speak to animals or something where you would be able to understand them. I don't know. Use your character. Don't let me tell you what to do all the time.
I mean,
figure it out.
Survival has been working so well for me lately.
Yeah, roll it.
And I just not terribly well. 13.
Yeah, you're not sure what they would do in this kind of situation, but you know you've gotten a safe distance away.
How long before they just go back to their little regular patrol?
Knowledge, nature, knowledge, survival to figure that out, or to wait it out.
Can I wait it out? How long would that be?
I mean, do you stay missed that whole time? That gives you 5 minutes tops.
That's not a whole lot. Damn it. Alright, so I back away just far enough to where when I change into a solid form, they won't see me.
You back away 100 feet, you hide behind a dune or something. You find some place to dip.
While I'm out of sight and relatively okay at the moment, I'm gonna get holy for a second.
Alright.
I'm gonna pray to my god of nature, Gojra, for a solution to my dilemma. I will say that I am currently hunting.
Gozer will ask why you're hunting them.
I will say I'm hunting them for meat and for their pelts.
He says, why do you want their meat?
Well, because it's delicious. And also, I am training currently to be a very good hunter. And I won't know how far along I've come in that path until I actually hunt dangerous prey. So I'm trying to prove myself as a
Gozer
hunter.
says, in this regard, hunting for food is a very good reason to hunt, and I respect that. And it says, wanting to be a better hunter is a great challenge to take upon yourself, and a noble one. But to need my help in this regard would be an insult to you as a hunter. He says, to use your skills, you must use your skills. When it comes to the pelt, why do you seek the pelts?
They can be made into outer garment or armor, I believe, to protect me in my future hunts.
He says, so you wish to dress like the lion.
Yeah, to obtain some of its successful traits.
This is a noble pursuit, to take on the body of the being you kill, to wear its skin, to wear its pelt proudly, to become more like it, to honor it in its death. He says, I respect this noble pursuit, as long as you do not seek to earn money from this trade. and you have chosen one of the greatest predators to be your prey. So know that what you are undertaking is dangerous, and I can offer no real help other than to say use your skills wisely. Don't become outnumbered. Don't let yourself be grappled. Always leave yourself an escape plan if necessary.
I want to figure out their pattern, where they go and when they go. Can I just stick around the area and stealthily try and observe their habits?
Alright, I'm going to let you take a 20 on stealth. I'm going to let you take a 20 on survival watching them. But it's going to take 4 days of watching them.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
You watch lions for 4 days. I'm going to go to Viva Caligula for a moment while you watch lions for 4 days and to study their patterns and figure out what they do, where they go eat. You watch them for 4 days. You're fucking Jane Goodall. Viva Caligula. You've been boning hardcore with this big fat bee queen lady. She's got you tied up. You're her new prize mate. You are a steed, man. Yeah. We'll say also for the past 4 days you've been putting in work. You know what I mean? You've been laying pipe with the queen, putting out some royal babies. She's been spurting out all kinds of jelly. She's been feeding you Merope, that Merope honey. They force feed you Merope. It keeps you calm. As long as you drink Merope, you are unable to become enraged. You're in this super chilled out state, man. You're you're chill. You're fucking chill as fuck. You don't care. You're laid back, man. You're happy. You're being boned. You're high as hell on Merope. You're an angry guy who is unable to get angry right now. This is weird for you. You're just at peace, man. You're a slave, but you're a sex slave. So I don't know if it's all bad, but you are stuck. You can't leave. They won't let you leave. You're guarded 24 hours a day by these soldiers. The queen pays conjugal visits to you regularly, usually at least once a day.
Alright.
I could have rolled higher.
I did. Definitely could have.
Yeah. I rolled 1, so at least once a day.
May I do a perception check?
Yeah.
Can I do a perception check and take a look around at my surroundings in my captivity?
Yeah.
15.
Alright, so you are chained to what looks like a brass bed. You're bound in amber chains.
So I'm bound to a bed with amber chains.
But you've been fed a lot of Merope. You're told you cannot rage. You are still a size larger because you're on the island, which is probably why the bee queen took such a liking to you. Such a large humanoid. They love them large.
Do I see the guard in the room with me?
You are under guard 24/7 by at least 3 guards. I could have rolled lower, but I rolled 3. At least 3 guards in your chamber, in your bed chamber. They're usually even there while you guys are having sex watching. It's kind of kinky.
Not very sexy.
I mean, they're all female guards. There are no males in the society, so there's 3 chick guards watching you, and they're all virgins.
Yeah, that's hot.
Only the queen puts out.
Queen is not a virgin.
No. She's had lots of mates.
I can't move anywhere. I'm gonna take some time to make a prayer to Gorham real quick.
Alright, let's talk. Let's rap.
Alright, so, Gorham, dude, we're all supposed to be about chaos, and smashing shit, getting shit done, and as you can see, your boy done kind of fucked up. I kind of need your help, and I promise, I swear, on all of me, that if you give me the strength to get the fuck out of here and beat the shit out of some motherfuckers, I'm yours, dog.
Gorham likes the idea of chaos and destruction and anarchy, and Gorham will give you this. He says, if I help you get free, will you steal 1 honeycomb's worth of information from this beehive?
Consider it done.
Will you return to the hidden temple of Kelnar, to the Great Crystal, once again, and take power over this island?
I'll do what I have to.
Says, if you do these things, I will help you be free.
Well, I guess I ain't got no choice. Let's do it, man.
Yeah, you're alone in your chamber with these 3 virgin bee ladies. Let's say at some point in time, one of them undoes one of your wrists, and then the other one, and then both your feet, and then kind of giggles.
Oh, what's up, lady?
She's doing this. She has her hand over her mouth. She's still giggling.
Alright, so I'm just gonna stand up, start walking away very casually, not really causing much of a stir, and then I want to turn around and grab one of those fucking amber chains and hit that bitch in the fucking dome with it.
Alright, let's roll for initiative.
Fuck. That's not a good start. I don't know if that was the best idea. It wasn't, probably. That's 5. Ugh.
I rolled a 20, a 14, and a 14. That's a 15 versus your AC.
Yes.
That's a natural 1. One of them unbuttons her blouse. The one that was giggling. And then a 2. The other one does nothing. She's like she's like chewing honey bubblegum and like pulling it with her finger and just like watching what's going on. So the one you try to hit with the chain like tries to fight back, but nothing. The other one unbuttons her blouse, and there's one standing at the door like chewing bubblegum.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and swing the chain at the one who actually wanted to fight back. Yeah, 24.
You whack a bitch with a chain. Do your damage,
And
which is gonna be 1d. Let's say. Oh, I don't know. Let's say 1d4 plus strength.
1d4? 1d4 plus strength?
Yeah, for the chain. It's not a weapon really. It's an amber chain. So 5 total. Yeah,
Yep.
you hit her in the face and do 5 makeup damage.
Damn.
So that was a 2 for my first attack. That's so a miss. That is a 12 plus 10, so 22 for my second attack. Hit.
Sweet.
And then I got a 13 plus also 10 again, I guess. So 23.
Yeah.
So double hit. You got stung twice by the one that you just hit with a chain and the one that was chewing bubblegum that saw you hit the other one with the chain. The other one was unbuttoning her blouse, just sort of like looked at you funny. That's 14 and 10. So 24 total, and then I need you to make 2 fortitude saves.
Better luck with your dick out.
You do have a very large dick right now because you're one size larger than you were before.
Someone's open foreplay.
Your dick is now large instead of medium.
Fortitude saves. That's a 7 and another 7. Or a 6. 7 and a 6.
Yeah, so you're going to be poisoned, I believe. You take 4 strength damage. They're all like rubbing up on you now, stinging you. They're like on top of you, poking you with their stingers. You're getting like
Not
D-raped.
too late, man.
Yeah.
Just let it out. Let it out.
Well, that's
Just go with it.
Alright.
You know where this is going.
I get potential with the feeling.
Alright. You take the virginity of these 3 Thrag bees who sting you until you can't move, and then rape you.
They like it rough.
These 3 bee women rape you, dude. You just got raped by 3 bee women. Yep. They weren't the queen. You have sex, and like then the queen comes back for her once-a-day visit. She only goes by once a day, because I rolled that. She goes by for her once-a-day visit and sees these 3 girls on top of you, but I'll say you got 8 hours of sleep, so I'll let you roll. No, you don't let you roll. You get 1 point of your strength back, so you're only at -3. But the queen's in there, the 3 other soldiers are dead, but the enraged queen is there. You're naked, you have nothing, you have none of your belongings, but you're naked in bed, you're unchained. And she's like in the middle of biting the heads off these things. So you can take this opportunity now to sneak out, confront her, like whatever you want to do. That's where you're at right now. You're awake.
Sort of confronting, man. You should, I've got to get the fuck out of there right now.
Whip the dick out again.
That's your solution to everything.
Try to sneak past the bloodshed and be like, oh shit, look at this dude going, what up? And then
Alright.
like,
Roll me a stealth check to sneak past the queen while she's in a rage.
It was a 5.
I rolled a 7 plus whatever perception is, which is going to be higher than a 5, obviously. So she notices you sneak out. Do you want to roll for initiative? Mine's a 15.
17.
So you get to go first, so you can flee.
Is that royal jelly out of his system yet?
The Marope?
Yeah.
Let me roll percentage chance to see if you're all Maroped up yet or not. So they're pretty steadily feeding you that shit, but I rolled a 99, so you're definitely still Marope. Those soldiers filled you full of Marope. Their flowers bloomed. This was their first Maroping. They squirted Marope. They've never Maroped before. Only the queen is supposed to Marope. You made these virgins Marope.
Can I do a quick perception check and see if there are any, like, guards or any people around me?
Yeah,
Like, somebody other than me?
yeah,
And the queen, obviously?
yeah.
Oh, fuck. 17 plus my perception is It's a 26 on perception.
I mean, you're in the Queen's chamber, which is like the heart of this hive. You know, outside of this room are around 20 guards at least, or other soldiers. You're in a hive full of soldiers, like full of virgin soldiers. Like that's all that live here is bees. You're in the middle of a beehive.
Is there anybody in the chamber, and does the chamber have...
The chamber you're in now is just the Queen and the 3 bees that are being ripped apart and you. Outside of this chamber, many more bees.
Are there any, like, honeycombs of knowledge in this
There's
chamber?
honeycombs of knowledge in every chamber. The
Right.
walls are made up of them.
Is there any of my guard corpses on the ground?
One of them is on the ground dead. The other 2 are like still in the the grapple of the Queen.
I'm gonna pick up the dead body and pitch it at the fucking wall as hard as I can.
All right, roll me a strength check, and then like a dexterity check to aim it somewhere.
13.
All right, it's not great. You kind of like lob her body at the wall, and kind of like flumps over and hits it, and like streaks across the wall. Doesn't seem to loosen the wall at all, but does seem to like press into the information that's etched into it, and like a pickle on a Waffle House window, like slide down, and like it kind of damages the information.
Like a pickle on a Waffle House window.
Alright, go touch check to
I'm
see
gonna
if
love
they-
that one.
Can I do a perception to see if the guards' weapons are on the ground?
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, I mean the guards on the ground, so everything the guard had on her is there.
I rolled a 24.
Oh, that's good enough. Yeah, she's wearing a chain shirt. She's carrying a composite longbow. She's like covered in rope. She got 10 arrows on her.
No melee weapons?
No melee weapons. They only carry bow. I mean, she has her stinger on her butt stinger.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna rip the stinger off her ass.
All right, you're gonna try and rip her butt off and then fight with it.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna take a -2 for improvised weapon. Roll me a strength to rip her butt off.
I rolled a fucking 2.
Yeah, you don't rip her butt off, but you definitely like get some more rope on your hands for sure. Now your hands are all covered in rope. They're all sticky and gooey. Yeah. So now you have sticky rope hands.
Fuck right now. What will he do next? Slip them a rope?
I hope so. I rolled a 40. I rolled a 48, a 39, a 35, and a 32.
I'm dead.
All 4 hits.
Yes, of course they're fucking hit.
That's 23 plus
Right, I'm dead.
20. Okay. All right. So, do you have a hero point? Do you want to surge something? Is there something you can do to save yourself from dying right now, Joey?
You have a hero point?
Something.
No, I don't have any hero points.
You've never been a hero, Joey?
No! I like...
Do you have any anti-hero points?
Anyway, I killed 2 innocent miners, remember that?
You just need to tell me where you want to use it to get out of this situation. Tell me what you want to happen with this anti-hero point. Get evil with it. Throw a Gorham wrench in there. I'm giving you another Gorham. I'm letting you use this anti-hero point as like a Gorham wrench. Get some more chaos in there. You got this angry queen who's mad you just boned these 3 chicks that are supposed to be virgins and protecting the knowledge of this kingdom.
Joey, I think it was totally worth it.
One's still dead.
One is still dead. One is still dead.
Alright, I'm gonna take her body
Uh-huh.
and lob it at the fucking queen. Like,
Instead of
right
the
at
wall.
her First.
So instead of throwing it at the wall and messing up the information, you're going to throw it at the queen.
Yeah, because she's gonna be distracted trying to kill these dudes. I'm gonna try and, like, get her.
I'll even let you re-roll that whole thing because I don't remember what your numbers were for that. So roll me another strength check to grab this thing, and then another dex check to throw it. You want to throw it like butt side first?
God, what the?
Surge, Joey.
Surge, yeah.
You have 5 of those still.
Alright, 8, 10, 15, 20. Alright, so that's 20 on the throw.
All right,
Yeah.
now roll me plus dex to hit, and BAB and dex, of course.
24.
That's a miss, Joey. It's always
God
gonna be a miss.
Holy shit!
All right, Joey, I'm gonna roll a percentage chance because I love you. Okay, that's what's gonna happen right now. Don't tell anybody.
Can I surge one more time then?
It won't be enough.
One more.
It won't matter. Don't waste your sword. Save that one in case you need it later. I'm going to help you out. Save that. I'm going to say that the queen rapes you and covers you. You're now naked, covered in rope jelly. You've been raped by the queen. But let's say you're unchained right now, and she got lost in the passion. She's killed these 2 guards. You guys, like, went at it. She passed out afterwards. Okay, she's out. You're still in this chamber. The chamber outside is still full of bees. You're still in her queen's chamber, but she's, like, passed out in your arms, and she thinks she's, like, wooed you back to her, of course. You're covered in rope. You don't have any of your belongings. You still have chains attached to you made of amber. But they've been either unbound or broken at this point. But you're not dead. You just got raped again. But this time by the fat lady. I let you take a 20 on fucking the bee queen. It took you 8 hours.
I guess I'm gonna have to stealth check to get out from underneath her.
Yeah.
Wait, she was on top?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was just established. She was raping him, so makes sense.
Yeah. You're doing the raping. 21 on stealth check.
Alright, I'm gonna roll perception, but I'm gonna give her a minus if she's out. Yeah. You were able to sneak out from underneath her. You're now in the chamber, out off the bed, just in the middle of the room. It's about a 30-foot by 30-foot chamber, kind of like octagonal.
Yeah, I do a perception check to see what's around me, possibly. 16 on perception.
Honeycomb, dude. Honeycomb with those little etchings in them. Information etchings, like lines. Honeycomb with lines etched in it. You're just surrounded by this golden dome all around you, and you hear the buzzing of lots of bees outside. There's one honeycomb that's softer than all the rest that you can walk through. That seems how they pass from one to another. And they cover. When you walk through it, you're already covered in rope anyway, which is keeping you calm. But every time you pass through a door, you're gonna pass through more rope. There's 3 dead soldiers, and you can take whatever they had. The queen, while she is sleeping, if you want to try and stealth her again. Yeah, and she's carrying a mace. You took that mace last night, man. You know the mace. This is not PG-13.
That's the only melee weapon in the room with that mace.
Yep.
Yeah, let me get the chain armor off the dead body.
Alright, so you undress one of the dead bee ladies. You take her armor. You got a chain shirt. It's gonna be really tight on you, though. It's gonna be like a belly shirt, chain shirt. Your belly is still exposed. And it's like a V-neck and short sleeve.
Very sexy.
Well, it was a lady's shirt. But it gives you a +4, as long as they don't hit you in the stomach.
I'm gonna try and stealth up and take that fucking mace then.
Alright, roll me a stealth check to sneak up, and then roll me a sleight of hand to take the mace.
Fuck! 8 on stealth.
Alright, she sees you approaching and says, "Back for more?"
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, what happens now?
Bang the queen again.
Alright, you bang the... Do you want to take another 20? Do you want to take another 20 until she falls asleep?
Keep the 20 on.
Alright, you fuck for 8 more hours, dude. I don't know how you're doing it. That's some stamina. Mostly because you're so close to the crystal. She's out again, though. She's back asleep. You're in her arms. She's hugging you, though. You're grabbed. She's asleep, but she's, like, cuddling you.
Alright, are the chains
You're still not bound. Still not bound.
I'm not...
You're just hugged.
Get out of her.
You know, I almost want acrobatics out of it, just for shit.
You can, if that's a... Like, literally, I love this game because if you have a skill like that that's really good, fucking do it, man. I'll let you do a backflip out of her arms, whatever. If you can roll it and tell me that's a good idea.
Shit. Oh,
Like, I'd do the worm. You know, just fucking sell it to me, dude. You're a salesman.
18 on acrobatics.
Yeah, that's fucking great. You fucking do a slick move out of her arms. You do like the patented Viva. This is the patent Viva move. This is the patented night after Viva slip out move. He's like every girl. He's been practicing this since he was a teen. He's like, "Moo," and he like slips out. You find your pants. That's all you find though is your pants.
Alright, so I got my pants.
You're still covered in my rope.
Still covered in my rope.
You got pants and a chain shirt though, so you're at least dressed. So
Seriously.
non-white pants. That's still like a wide spectrum of color though.
Blue cotton. There.
Alright, got it. You slip back on your blue cotton pants and your chain shirt.
Yeah, I get some of this honeycomb. So I'm actually going to take one of the dead soldier's arrows and chip some shit out of the wall.
Alright. I'll allow that. Let's see if anyone notices you doing it. Luckily for you, Queen's still asleep during the time you do this. You are able to cut free one comb. It's about the size of your chest. So I don't know if you have a bag to. Well, you don't have. You have nothing on you, so you have no way of carrying except like in your arms. Currently, you might be able to like tuck it under one arm because you're kind of big, or like balance it on your head, or you tell me. But it's as large as your chest.
If I got.
All right.
Alright.
I have to roll a perception check because you cut away a comb, which is the wall, to see if anyone outside noticed you removing a comb. I rolled a 19. 3 soldiers noticed the comb, like, coming into the queen's chamber and revealing a hole and come to investigate.
I need some air, guys. I need to breathe.
Roll me a bluff check. It smells like a rope.
19.
Alright, let's see. I'll roll a sense motive to see if they're buying that. I rolled a 3, so when they're even with their good sense motive, they are like, okay. Guy got the big guy got stuffy. They call you the big guy.
You go on your merry way.
Yeah, they go back to just buzzing around outside. There's still a bunch outside. Just only 3 came to investigate, and they're still in that area, but are not fucking with you for removing one honeycomb from the wall. I might leave you for 5 minutes to Google bees.
Biologist.
You're about to be. I'm gonna go to Alec Holland in the wizard city of Foci, getting drunk at the wizard bar talking to wizards while Juwan's talking to different wizards. So you guys are just talking to different wizards hanging out. Do you know which wizards you were talking to? Do you care? Should I pick one at random? Alright, so you're hanging out with the Bronze Wizard, master of the Sun Domain. Got a great tan. He's talking to you about, he's sharing with you his secrets of tanning, and is that, also in this conversation expecting you to share some secrets in return of the magic that you practice. So he's taught you the art of the tan. What can you teach him?
I'm dead, yeah.
I go, make water on the table.
Alright.
I go, there's more where that came from, my man.
Right. He laughs and says, common earth magic spell. He says, but, you gotta hydrate. You gotta hydrate. I totally get that. I love that spell. You gotta hydrate. You need to teach me that. I don't know how to do that. He says, you teach me, I'll teach you, I'll teach you how to make your skin one color darker at any time if you teach me how to make water, man.
I go, yeah, we'll do that sometime. That sounds great. We'll set up a date.
Alright.
But I'm obviously just like,
Yeah, you don't really want to you're not really interested in tanning? You're just being friendly. You started drinking with this guy. He bought you a shot, probably. That's all.
Why didn't I hang out with Killer Michael? Like, that was
Would you like to hang out? You could, like, at this point in time, you can ditch this guy and go be like, I'm gonna go see what Killer Mike's up to.
Enjoy that water.
We're at the bar. Have a good water, buddy. Yeah, you go. Killer Mike's bartending, man. He's really busy. It's a busy night at the Wizard Bar. He's mixing drinks and stuff.
Yeah. Cool. Well, can I buy him a drink?
Yeah, he'll accept a shot while he's at work. He's working with the Sean, Wizard Mixologist, who's the head bartender. Him and Killer Mike just working the bar, real busy. Killer Mike picked out the tunes, really heavy metal playlist.
Awesome.
See a couple people in the back die from listening to it.
I'm gonna go, I love rock music. And then I'm gonna point at myself.
Yeah, roll a diplomacy check. I like that.
It's 18.
Yeah, Killer Mike likes you. He passes you another free shot.
I drink it, and I'd be like, hey, could you tell me anything about the wizarding, like, Coliseum? Like, is it only magic allowed, or is there also melee?
He says, wizard battle is only magic and rap.
Awesome. Love it. Yeah, sorry.
Who kills the mic?
I forget because how awesome you are. Cool.
You're just lucky you're not dead.
Well, yeah, it's like, I'd love to battle sometime, but I don't know. I'm really chalked up to the wizarding standards of this town. But I'd love to learn some of your ways sometimes.
He says, well, man, all of us wizards have to learn. He says, they got a magic academy in town. That's where everybody learns how to be a wizard.
Cool. I was like, what are the prerequisites to get into this school?
Says,
Besides the thirst for knowledge.
Yeah. He says you could share some. If you could share some knowledge with the school, they'll share some knowledge with you. They like to charge 3,000 gold for a 6-month semester, which you can pay in any increment you like. And you study as an apprentice under another wizard, under a certain sub school, and learn spells from that sub school.
Cool. I like that. All right, cool. Well, I said thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Maybe I'll go to school and I'll meet you in the arena one day.
Look forward to it.
Sorry.
If that would have rhymed, that would have been way cooler. But I guess you have to go to schooler.
Cool, right? not be a bad boy. Can I go to the magic store? I want to go to the magic accessory store.
Want to buy some magic accessories? Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Needed some new stuff for your outfit? Alright, you can go to Kleb's Clothes and Accessories. How much money looking to blow?
since the school cost $6,000, probably only $3,000.
You can get some ice body spray. That's 700 gold.
Do they have like a bag of holding or anything anywhere?
Let me see. There is a place nearby. The container shop.
Yeah, I go there 'cause I can't carry on all this gold all by myself.
Yeah, you just
so
go to the
I have to
container
get
shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
This employees there are eager to fulfill your storage needs.
I go, I have storage needs.
What are your needs? Well, how much space do you need? How much money are you looking to spend?
Around 3,000, I reckon, yeah.
Alright, so the model that they're willing to show you is the lowest level model of bag of holding. It's 2,500 gold here at the wizard shop. You can carry up to 250 pounds in it, 30 cubic feet.
How much gold is that? That's only like
400
gold, right?
Yeah, 300, 400 gold.
I'll go ahead and get that just because I need it no matter what. And then
That'll
I wanna go
lighten your
to-
load either way by at least 250 pounds, so
Yeah.
you'll be able to travel a little faster.
Using that.
Yeah,
And also
instead of carrying your shit.
have my gold. That slider right there.
Yeah.
And then I want to go check out that Wizard Academy and see if I can put in an application.
Yeah, I mean, they'll accept you. A 6-month term that you're signing up for, and you will study under another wizard as an apprentice. And if you complete, you're able to join the Hedge Wizards. It's like if you finish the school, then you're able to join the Hedge Wizards. They'll give you a Hedge Wizard's cloak. But no matter what, you can take a school of magic and learn some spells. So if you have the 3,000 gold and you're willing to spend 6 months here, you can learn either abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, or transmutation. I mean, let's say you know what you know as a person. Like necromancy, you know what that is as a person, right? And we'll assume that you've been around Cersei, you have a reason to know what that is. Illusion, I think, is pretty obvious. I think the obvious ones you would know what they are. The rest you might be just uncertain of what it means, what you'd be learning. Like abjuration might be kind of confusing to you.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't know if you want to go for a gamble in a school that you know nothing about, or if you want to play for a school that you like, I know what that means and it's safe.
Roll the dice, man. Roll the dice.
I mean, I can tell you how many schools there are, and then you can just actually literally roll the dice to pick one. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 9.
This guy's getting paid by my tuition to tell me these things, right?
You want to try to get like an advisor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, you've been to college before. You know to go to your advisor first day and start talking to them about your career path. So let's go to this. Go to advisor, and what the advisor will ask you what your interests are. Like what to help you pick a school of magic. Like what are you interested in doing with magic? Why do you want to learn magic?
I want to enhance and protect people, mostly.
All right. So you're looking for some kind of protection magic, some way to protect those around you. She would say abjuration's a good school for you. Evocation would be a good school for you. Those are probably the two best for protecting other people. Possibly conjuration, but mostly abjuration or evocation.
Well, I can already summon animals, so I don't need conjuration. So I guess I don't know these two words. Maybe abjuration. I'll flip a coin.
Yeah, abjuration or evocation. Abjuration's heads and evocation is tails.
Tails.
So we're gonna go evocation. You sign up with a wizard of evocation to study under him. The first thing he teaches you is the concept of the clenched fist. So for the first 2 months, you're just like practicing making a clenched fist. All right.
What's the name of the wizard I'm learning?
Turtleflat. And he seems to be some sort of frog person. Teach you how to make a fist over and over again. And after a couple of months of practicing this technique, he presents you with a leather glove. So he says, as long as you wear this one leather glove on your hand, so you can't be wearing other gloves or anything like that, but if you wear this glove on your hand and say the magic word, "Wah!" when you punch with it,
Like what?
yeah, you create a large magic hand that appears between you and your opponent. It can move between the two of you regardless of where you are, providing cover of +4 AC. If it's just a hand up like this, if you hold your hand flat and just do that, it can just provide like a +4 AC block as a giant hand. It's about 10 feet long and about that wide, so it's a 10 by 10 invisible hand. It has as many hit points as you do when you're undamaged. Its AC is 20. So anyone trying to push against it will be slowed to half their speed, as long as they're not more than 2,000 pounds. But also, that's not all. You may also clench your fist. You may clench your fist instead of hold your hand flat. If you clench your fist and do this, you may push or strike your opponent you select. The hand can move as far as 60 feet in one round. It's still invisible, so you have an invisible fist that can move 60 feet and punch someone. It attacks once per round. Its attack bonus is your caster level. It deals 1d8 plus 11 damage whenever it attacks. And anyone being attacked by it must be succeed a fortitude save or be stunned for 1 round. You can only do this once a day, which is still a lot. But once a day, you can make this invisible hand come up and either block or punch.
That is badass.
Yeah. So that's what you've learned. That's what you've learned under this wizard in your first 2 months here. And he says you're learning very quickly. They're actually quite bright, even if you do have rocks for brains.
Okay.
See?
Cool.
Alright, so yeah, you study another 2 months. He teaches you 2 things in these 2 months. The first thing he teaches you is sunburst. So he makes you all day stare at the sun. And then, like right now, you're almost at class like 18 hours a day. He's like, while the sun's up, I need you to stare at the sun. And then when the sun's gone, I need you to make a circle with your hands like this, make a circle with your fingers, and follow the moon. And don't ever let it out of that circle. And so for the next 2 months, that's pretty much your whole day is like staring at the sun, doing the moon. So you barely sleep at all. You're exhausted. But at the end of this 2 months of excruciating study in this school, you learn these 2 spells that you can also do once a day now. So sunburst, you cause a globe of searing radiance to explode silently from a point you select. It makes no noise, but it's a big ball of exploding light. It's an 80-foot burst. You will need nearby you a fire source. So there has to be some sort of flame nearby or casted by you also recently. And the wizard gives you a piece of sunstone, which you need to be holding whenever you cast this spell.
Does it do any damage?
It does. All creatures in the globe, so the globe is an 80-foot radius, anyone within the 80-foot is blinded and takes 66 points of damage.
Jesus.
Any creature that is sunlight's harmful to them or unnatural will take double damage. But a successful reflex save will negate the blindness and reduce the damage to half. Undead creatures take 1d6 points of damage per caster level, or half damage if the reflex is successful. Damages fungi, molds, oozes, and slimes. Your wizard friend will teach you all this, so these are the things it's good for. It also dispels any darkness spells that are 9th level or lower in your area. Alright, you finish your last 2 months with your wizard friend. At the end of all of your learning, the last 2 months you're not really sure what you're learning. He just comes up to you every day and shakes your hand and says, it's been really nice, studying with you these last couple of months. So now your classes are like 30 seconds long every day. Just shakes your hand once a day. So you can go out drinking at night if you want. If you want to blow somebody on drinking, let me know. If you want to assume you have time to do that now. It's your last semester. So you can go out partying.
Hey, make it count, man.
Yeah, your advisor is just shaking your hands like you've been a really good student.
I'm gonna go out drinking for sure. I don't have a lot of money right now.
Because you're a student.
I'll probably try to do some part-time trapping.
Alright, yeah, I like it. Just roll me 1 survival check for a part-time trapping.
27.
Alright, you make 270 gold with your part-time trapping, and you can blow whatever amount of that you want on drinking. That's your student budget, basically, from trapping, and you blow whatever amount you want.
I'll do half on place. I'll spend all of it. Do half on the place to stay, and then the other half on drinking.
Yeah. Maybe someone lets you crash on their couch really cheap. We'll say you make a friend in town.
Yeah.
I'll say you end up staying at the Bronze Wizard. You end up being roommates with the Bronze Wizard, who's always coming home and showing off his tan. You guys end up rooming together. You get a real cheap room with him. So half of it will be just sleeping on Bronze Wizard's couch and dealing with his bullshit. Another half will be drinking money. But yeah, you come to your graduation.
The Bronze Wizard, maybe a discount if every couple of days I'm like, oh, this water, and then.
Oh, you get in water? Yeah, hydrate him. I'll say that's already included in your rent. He's like, as long as you keep bringing me that water, man. You pay the water, I'll pay the light. You guys split utilities. That's all it was. So you guys split utilities, live together. You get to your graduation day. If your friend the Bronze Wizard's there in the audience, he's so proud of you. He's got a tear coming down his eye because you're finally a graduating wizard of a school.
The story just got really uplifting.
Yeah. He's your bro, dude. You just made a bro friend. The Bronze Wizard's definitely your bro friend. You guys work out together. You guys went to the bars together. You grew to love him. At first, you didn't like him at all. You thought he was kind of dull, but you grew to be friends. You get to your graduation. Your professor comes up and shakes your hand.
Like, I've been farting on this hand every day for the past 2 months.
That's actually the secret of how to cast this next spell. Now that you said that, he's now taught you that if you fart on your hand before shaking someone else's hand, and say a magic word while wearing that same glove he gave you first semester, you can also use your magic invisible hand to grapple opponent as a grasping hand. Its CMB and CMD will both equal your caster level instead of BAB, with plus 12 for strength, and a plus 1 for being large. And it does 2d6 plus 12 damage whenever it successfully grapples an opponent. You can also use it to bull rush with the same bonuses from the I just mentioned. So you can now use it to push someone or grab someone instead of just punching someone or stopping someone. As long as you still wear that glove and fart on your hand at least once a day, at least that day before you do that attack. Within 24 hours, if you farted on your hand, you can also do this.
Awesome. Well, I would like to thank. I would like to thank him, and I want to give him 3 of my Zoom skins. Those like weird little because I was like, these are pretty rare. I was like,
Yeah, a
so
tear's
much
gonna
for-
come to his eye. He's gonna say you're like the best student I ever had, and he says, I can't believe you have Zoog skins. You know.
This is touching.
Alec Holland graduates from college.
Yeah, I'm the first.
And you're debt free?
My family to graduate.
Yeah.
School.
Terrifying.
Oh man, man.
All the stuff you've been through.
Oh yeah, definitely. Also, yeah, I have I think 5 full bottles of ale left. I'm gonna pour a full bottle out.
Yeah. Celebrate.
I'm gonna get to my knees. I'm gonna touch a rock on the ground. I'm gonna thank him for all his knowledge.
Aristophanes, what was happening?
So I was
Spying on
planning
lions?
time to do reconnaissance on the movements and habits of these cave lions.
I remember now. Yeah. So yeah, you follow their movements. I think you've done good enough in the wild and with your rolls.
So what do I learn from all my observations? Do these lions always travel together?
You would notice that at least it's usually 2 at a time. You would think the pack seems to be at least 8 large, and it seems that they do travel in pairs.
Where do they go when they travel?
Usually it seems to be hunting. They go out at night and hunt whatever game they can find. It's usually not a lot.
Do they go very far away?
I mean, you traveled for about a day and a half, 2 days to get to their cave from the town you left, so about that far if they have to. So sometimes,
Okay,
two,
so
so
sometimes
sometimes
they're
2 of
gone.
them will go out and be gone for 2 days and then come back with either food or no food. And sometimes 4 or 6 will be gone at a time. But you notice there's always at least 2 in the cave, sometimes as many as 6 in the cave. Rarely are all 8 there at the same time, except like to share a meal or to sleep sometimes.
So if they leave 2 at a time, can I pick a time when 2 of them are supposedly going out to hunt and trail them?
Yeah, you want to follow 2 that sneak off? Roll me a survival check to follow them.
I rolled an 11.
Alright, let's see how this goes for you. I'm going to roll an opposing roll and see if I beat you, they're going to circle back around on you. I rolled a natural 1. So they tried to circle back on you, but I'm going to say that you notice they circle back on you, so you know they're behind you. You know that you were following them, and then you notice that they've circled back behind you. So you know that they're trailing you. You're being hunted. You were hunting them, now they're hunting you.
Survival, the world's oldest game. Play along and tune in next time for more Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater.
Look at me alone, running through meadows where the grass doesn't grow. For me, the night is empty. I'm lonely here, quiet and so cold, silent and afraid. Is love left at all? It's possible